huge round of applause for Gina Merritt.
Translating. But we saved the best for last. So here we are. We leave, I think it's early Monday morning, but we saved the best for last to stop in here and see you guys and just bless you guys. And you know what? We believe in you. That's why we're here. And Steve, thank you. And we did go back and send an email, but it was literally honest information we gave back to the corporation, because I mean, we've been to, you know, almost every country except India. Steve's going there September 2nd, and I'm telling you what, you guys have by far the best corporate leader here in London, and I literally mean it. And we got to meet your family, and I just love him because he's just, he walks around with a big, see, they agree. He walks around with a smile, but it's from his heart, and he knows that you guys can do it. And you know what? I want to encourage you to step it up. You know? Let Monavie know that, hey, he's doing a good job, he's leading it, and you guys be number one, right? Do you like to win? Yeah. Well, Steve and I are excited. We've been, we started off in Israel. Then we went to Switzerland on the free Black Diamond trip, and it was a blast. If you go on our fan page, we've got a lot of videos, a lot of pictures. I'm telling you what, you guys, it's worth the journey. It's worth the losing a few hours of sleep. It's worth getting up a little bit earlier. And we've had just a total blast there, free. We had a 3-story suite, which was incredible. We walked in and there's gifts and there's Monavie and they shipped energy drink, and we're not in Switzerland, so they paid for all the stuff to get there. We got shirts with, you know, Black Diamond 2012 Switzerland trip, jackets, raincoats, backpacks, shopping bags, iPad before we even left. With it on the back is all screamed Switzerland Black Diamond celebrations 2012. I'm telling you, it is worth the journey, because I worked for a corporation for 24 years. I left my kids on their birthday. I left them when they were learning how to walk. I left them when they were sick, because I had to be there. And you know what? Steve and I were praying for something to come our way. And did we know it would be Monavie? No. But when our friends told us, especially our sponsor told us, that he was making $1,400 a week, and he was an electrician, and I looked at Steve and I said, hello, okay, an electrician, they look at wires, they look at plugs, they look at screwdrivers, their toolbox, they don't talk to people. I said, we are going to be rich, and we high-fived. So I want to encourage you today, wherever you're at in the business, this is the real deal. If you're new here today, I want to see a quick raise of hands if you're seeing the Monavie Opportunity for the first time. Raise your hands. Clifford, raise your hand. You're our driver. Yes. So I want to welcome you here, because Steve and I got involved 6 years ago. I worked for the airlines. I was making $62 an hour as a flight attendant. I walked in and they cut my pay in half. I had to wear the following trip, the same uniform, the same big smile. Hi, welcome to Delta Airlines. Do you know where your seat is? Making half the pay. And I showed up a couple months later and they said, you have to pay for your parking. Are you serious? 3 days I'm going to be gone, I got to pay for my own parking? They couldn't afford to have a driver pay for the gas, or to pay for the bus, or the repair on the bus, or the rental of the lot. Then I showed up a couple months later and they said you have to pay for half of your health insurance. So you wonder why we got this done so fast? Is we were broke. We didn't have any extra money. We didn't have time or energy to waste. We have 4 kids. Our kids now are 24, 21, 19, and 15. And we knew that because with my pay cut, Steve had to pick up another job, so he was working 2 jobs, and I had my 1 full-time job. And we knew that, you know what, if our credit card went through to get in the business, and I know that you guys, if you're new here today, you would sign up at the business and get 200 PV. Okay, that's 200 points volume worth of product. And then in 7 days, you can get 500 more PV. But let me tell you what, when we got in, we got 12 cases of product. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was probably about $1,400, $12 to $1,400. But for him and I to start another business, we would have spent $100,000 or more. So $1,400 was nothing, but we were broke. It was a lot. So if you're here today and you're in that situation, there's no excuse in my books. I say, hey, put the credit card down. If you already got it racked up, rack it up a little bit more. Because if you don't do something different in life, whatever you're doing, and you're struggling, you're going to be in the same situation or worse. So him and I knew that, hey, we're going to put the credit card through. We went over and we prayed. We were like hiding, praying, okay? And the credit card went through, and we high-fived, and we said, we are all in. So the difference in us compared to others is we were all in from the first day. We knew that we didn't have time, money, energy to waste. We had to be persistent. We weren't out to convince people that didn't want to, or maybe somebody who said, oh, that's great for you. We just didn't burn bridges. We just said, hey, this is what we're doing. The product is working. The company's paying crazy. They're rewarding. I mean, come on. You guys go gold, the level gold, which is right at the beginning of building the business. You go on a free trip to Greece. Hello? You go ruby, which is a couple levels up. You go to Israel. That is incredible. I worked for the airlines for 24 years. I never went on one free trip. I worked really, really hard. I even drove passengers home. Their ride wouldn't show up, and I felt so bad for him. Steve was like, I can't believe you're doing that. I went above and beyond. So, hey, working at a career for 24 years, a big company, starts with a D. Hello? D Airlines, okay? For 24 years, if I never got a free trip, and I looked around, and the girls that were there, I was, I'm 50 now, so I was like 40 then, or a little bit younger than that, and they're, twice as old as me. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get out of here if we don't do something different, And Steve's like, if you don't get out of here, you're going to have to pay them to go to work. They keep taking away from you. So we were all in when our credit card went through. We got those 12 cases of product, and we literally just got up early in the morning. I'm going to just tell you exactly what we did step by step, and Steve's going to come up here and do a little bit of teaching as he's talking about the business. But just want to encourage you, hey, we're going to talk till 3 o'clock, okay? You can get up if you feel you need to go to the restroom, go get some product, get a shot of juice, whatever you need, just you do it. Because we're here to bless you guys, to help you get this done, and to help you help others make some money, feel better. So Steve and I, we get up early in the morning before work. Okay, now don't everybody get up. I'm just kidding. So we'd get up early in the morning before work. We wouldn't take lunch. Him and I would go and share the product with somebody. We would have a tasting party at our house. And if something by chance happened and no one came, we would pull out our list and we'd figure, okay, who can we go drive to? We would go drive to that person's house and we'd call them up. We'd say, hey, John, Steve and Gina, are you home? And they'd say, yeah. We'd go, great, we're in your driveway. We got to come in and show you something. But can you tell the urgency and the expectancy as we're talking? That's how we expected people to see what we saw. If they didn't see what we saw or taste the product and feel what we felt, we were like, okay, it's okay. We only want 1, 2, 3 sharp couples that have a burning desire in their stomach to be home with their kids, to have more time, to have financial stress, to have money in the bank, so you can pay all your bills and not just a couple of them on time. You with me? So him and I were like looking for people with a burning desire in their stomach, because I had to go on vacation when I was told to go on vacation. I had a lot of seniority, but I didn't always get to pick my exact week of vacation. And Steve and I were just like, oh, you know, we don't want to take a vacation on the first week of August. We want it the third week of August. You know what I mean? So we were just like, you know what? Hey, we got to make some income. Our first paycheck was exactly 6 years ago, the first week of December. It was $103.69. And we smoking high five. Bam! We were like, we made money. And we said, if we do the same thing this week as we did last week, but maybe a little bit more, we're going to make more. And like in 2 weeks, it tripled. And then it tripled again. And we were like, whoa. I mean, we got in the business to make $400 to $500 extra a week. And I remember Steve calling his boss, and he always worked. He was diligent. We could not afford for him to lose his job. He would call his boss, and he said, listen, Gina and I have been building this business at night during my lunch break, like a paper route, kind of. And he said, he goes, listen, I just want to go on only commissions, not salary and commission. And he goes, well, you know what? You can mail back your cell phone and your computer today, FedEx. And Steve and I were like, whoa. He goes, it's never gonna last, what we were doing, okay? We were like, him and I was not a pro water skier, but I like to win. I'm like, you told the wrong couple that. So he was making $17,500 a week when he called his boss. So we knew that if his boss said something like that, we knew that we were okay, right? I was still working with Delta Airlines full time. I just said the name Delta. Anyways, I was still working full time, you know, and he was doing the two jobs. And when he called him up, $17,500. So if you times that, what he was making for the whole month, he made for his 2 jobs, his yearly salary for 2 jobs in 1 month. You guys, that's huge. So we're here to tell you, hey, if you make half of what we make, are you going to be pretty fired up? I mean, we're expecting you to make more. Pass us up, literally, you know? But this is the exciting thing. Someone said to me the other day, well, how do you keep going? How do you get so excited? I said, every time you meet a new person, there's a gal that wants to come home and be with her kids. There's a guy that, you know, is tired of seeing his wife get up early and go to work, and he wants to bring her home. He's got a husband and a wife got kids that they want to have them do sports and get the best coach, not just an average coach, right, for your sports. So you know what? Or it could be like my sister, who went deaf when she was in 11th grade high school. And she could afford, after Steve and I helped her build Monavie, that she could afford to get a cochlear implant that costed $150,000 American cash to get. No insurance, just that's what it cost. So now my sister can hear. She can sit in the back row and hear every word that everyone says. Everybody's reasons why are all different. And you know what? And Monavie is a vehicle. It's a vehicle to get you whatever your why is, whatever your dreams. Do you know what dreams are? You guys have dreams here? Okay, well we're gonna dust the dust off today, okay, to get to your dreams. Because you gotta get the dust off your dreams, because you know what? I know you're all working hard at what you're doing, but Monavie is a vehicle to get you what you need. Because we had needs when we got in the business. You know, it's kind of like a why, but it was needs. We needed time. We needed money. We needed some stress off our backs. So now we have wants. You know, I want a new outfit. I want new shoes, girls. Yeah. You know, but I'm telling you, it starts with one person at a time. And so Steve and I didn't try to convince anybody. I mean, we literally had someone sitting in our living room, and the girl says, Steve used to work with her, and the girl says, oh, I don't eat fruits. I'm like, cuckoo, 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 you know. Okay, so we have this eye signal, you know, like, get her out of here. Quick, quick, you know. Then the mom, she brings the mom with her, so the mom's sitting there, and the mom says, she takes a sip. So I'm like inside cracking up. Like she's having like she's acting like she's having an allergic reaction. I'm thinking to myself, listen, lady, there's so many people in this flippin' world, excuse me, that I said flippin', but there's so many people in this world, we don't need you. I don't have to convince you to drink the product, you're gonna love it. So by the time where Steve and I are looking at each other, the phone rings, and it's my other friend. And we were selling a boat, and I had calls, not about the boat. I said, hey, when you get home, give me a call, it's Gina. So he calls me, his name is Lee. He calls me up, and it's Lee, and he goes, hey, yeah, we want to get the boat. I said, oh no, I didn't call about the boat. I called about this amazing product called Monavie. I know Donna battled cancer, and she had 5% chance to live. And I said, and you know what? This product, they've done researches on it. The acai berry destroys 89% cancer cells. She needs to be guzzling down this product. So that's why I called her. So he goes, well, you got to talk to Donna. So he hands the phone. That's what he said to me. You got to talk to Donna. So I get Donna, and I'm like, hey, Donna. Hey, oh my gosh, this product is amazing. They did a study on it. The acai berry. Tell her the whole thing. She goes, listen, we're so busy. We're building in a house in Ocala, and we just don't have time. And, yeah, we want the boat, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no. You don't, I'll be right over. Bam. And I get in the car because she's my best friend. But don't give me the busy thing. I got 4 kids, 2 jobs, 1 job. Don't give me the busy thing. I don't want to hear it. So I get in the car. I go over to her house. I take a product of juice. I had one chilled. We cracked the bottle. She's like, oh my gosh, it tastes delicious. She was cleaning the car. I said, okay, let's finish up cleaning this car. I helped her, Then we go inside. We crack a bottle of the Monavie open. She tastes it. She's like, oh my gosh. I show her the paperwork. She goes, how does it work? I go, I don't know. I'm serious. I'm telling you the honest truth. Don't study, like he said, don't study everything too much. So she looks at the paperwork. I go home. She calls up within probably 10 to 20 minutes, and she said, oh my gosh, she is an accountant by trade. She goes, the money that you can be made in this business is incredible. I'm like, I know. And I think they went like bronze in 10 days, gold in 14 days. You know what? But she just called and said, hey, you know what? There's this product, the company's playing crazy. It's a vehicle to get us what we need, blah, blah, blah. You've got to get in. Get online right now. My ID number is boop, 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 boop. And people were signing up. Expectancy. Believing, expecting that they're going to get in, the excitement in your voice, talking so fast, that blah, blah, blah. But I mean, you got to be relatable too. If you're normally like a really calm, quiet kind of person, then you don't want to go, blah, 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 because they're going to think, oh my gosh, what are they on? I don't want any of that. You got to be relatable. And Steve's going to talk about being relatable because you know what? It has a lot to do with building the business. But Steve and I, probably the biggest thing to get us from getting in as a distributor to getting us to Crown is we went, how many of you in here are gold? The level gold? Okay, quite a few. We went gold over and over and over and over and over, and we're still going gold over and over. Okay, he's going to talk about that. He's going to teach that on the board up here, so when you leave here, you've got a plan of action. Because we're expecting you to get it done. We're expecting this room to, just think if everybody in here brought one more person. Bam! We're going to break down the walls. Yoo-hoo! We could be where they're going to have the Olympics in the middle of that stadium. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah? We're going to go take our picture there. Tomorrow we're going to go over there, and because we're going to put it on fan page, and we're going to say, you know what? We're going to come back. And we will have an event there. Yeah? So let me tell you, for those of you who are new, you get rewarded every time you hit a level. And our last one-time bonus was $1 million cash bonus. Okay? Steve got to pick out any sports car that he wanted, and he picked out a lime green Murcielago Lamborghini. Okay? The thing is so smoking fast. I mean, the last ticket I got, I was going 104. I'm serious. I was going 104, and he really clocked me at 98, but he knew I slammed on the brake. And you're supposed to get arrested, But he said, you know what, I'll just mark it down to 89. If I had this car too, I would be driving fast, you know? I'm like, so like when he pulled up, I'm like, I'll fix my hair, you know? Trying to work it, you know? It didn't work. Anyways, but you know what, hey, it wasn't about having the Lamborghini. You know, we were able to purchase a motor coach. That was Steve's dream, to have a motor coach. And how we really got involved in the business is we got signed up. And when Bobby told me, an electrician, that he's making $1,400, like I said, I knew we could be rich, because I thought, he likes wires and walls. I like people, you know, big difference, you know. So when we got involved, we got an email that came in that said that our sponsor got a motor coach with her Monavie money. And Steve and I said, a motor coach? This is huge. So he drove 6 hours to come to an event kind of like this, and he came home, his eyes were big as saucers, and that is where we knew that, hey, we've been praying for a vehicle to get free, and Monavie was our vehicle. Then, as we're building the business, people are coming up to our house. We went all the way, matter of fact, with the green bottle, we went all the way to Imperial with only the purple and the green bottle. All the way to Imperial. So you guys, now you have revealed. And we had photocopied flyers, paperwork, everything was photocopied. You guys have amazing starter packs out there, the information, the CDs, the Start Right. You guys have amazing, amazing material and tools to get this done. But probably the key thing that I could tell you is making sure that you follow up and you follow through with people is one of the keys. And we were very good at, when we handed out information, we knew that they were looking for something. We would ask them, are you making all the money that you possibly could make here? And they go, are you kidding? You know? Do you have, and they'd say, oh yeah, I make all the money. I said, well, do you have if they're making all the money, do they have time? Do you have all the time that you possibly would want with your wife, your kids? And they go, no. You got to find out the reason why. Find out their why. And we look for people that had a why that makes you cry. So that's how we were really good at building the business and moving through the ranks. And we have never stopped personally sponsoring folks since the day we got in. So it doesn't matter if you're Crown Black Diamond. We are still personally sponsoring folks. And another great tip is that him and I, when we look at someone, we're like expecting them. Because people are going to work not for free. They're going to work to make an income. So they're obviously already looking for something that they just don't know what they're looking for or why they're, you know, they think that that's going to be like the flight attendants. They think that they're going to get their 50% pay cut back. Hello? No way. Are you serious? Once something's taken from you, it's gone, baby. Gone. So you know what? You work with those who want it. And I'm telling you, Steve's going to explain up here on the board. When you see what he explains, you're going to know that it's not 500 people that you need to be working with. It's like 2 to 3 people that have a burning desire, just like you, that want more, that want freedom, that want financial, that want hearing. Maybe it's somebody who needs, with the couple that we sponsored 2 weeks ago in Orlando, they have 6 kids, and you know what they want? They want a car that they could all fit in to go to church together. I mean, everybody's why and reason is different. But you know what? That's what gets Steve and I so fired up and so excited, because now we know what we're going to work for with them is to get them a big car so they all can fit in at once. It might seem silly or whatever, but it's not silly. You guys, this is the real deal. This is a big, big opportunity for you. Look at, this is all the people in London. I'm like, yes! I'm excited for you. Because that means you stick with us and you keep building. And you know what? I would challenge you talking to 2 people a day, 3 people a day. I say 3, but no less than 2 a day. That means that you're meeting someone, you're contacting them. Yesterday, my driver is from India, and I said, oh yeah, Steve is going to, he's going to India September 2nd, and he goes, I said, where do you live? Where's your family at? And he said, South India. I said, perfect. I said, I think he's going to East India, but that's perfect. You know, it's wide open for you. So you just never, ever know. And I want to encourage you, if you're here today and you're been in the business or you're just started, to go onto the Monavie site and watch our Black Diamond documentary, okay? It's the very first documentary that we did. You're going to see how the ages of my children that they were when we got in. You're going to see my backyard is all grass. It was all grass, and we live on the lake. And then watch my Crown Black Diamond documentary. And you can see the change that we've had to let you know that, hey, money's not everything, but the only thing that's free is air. Inhale, okay? It costs money. My kids wanted a swimming pool, so yeah, we made a really nice swimming pool. But not that you have to have the best of the best, but just to know that you got financial freedom. You can have all the children at your house playing in your backyard. You got your eye on them. You guys probably all have good kids here. There's no bad things here. But you know what? The great thing is that Monavie will give you the results that you need. And I want to encourage you to watch those videos and watch from the backyard grass to the whole renovation of the house, because it is the real deal. To help you get a fire, to get some urgency to get this done for your family. And I know Anna has been at my house. She came to an event when we had R3 Global, and she came to an event. She changed her airline ticket from Orlando, and she rode with us, or someone, to go to West Palm Beach. Did you ride in our motor coach?
Yeah, Steve.
Yep, she rode in the motor coach with Steve. And was he a good driver? Yeah. Oh, he was brilliant. So she came to our house, and then she stayed, and we had a big party and stuff. And I'm telling you, she knows it's the real deal. And she's been with me. I'm just as normal as can be. I'm so excited and so happy for each one of you that you took your day here to come. Because you know what? To get this done, it's a big deal. And it's not that it's hard or it's difficult. It's just, you're going to be, if you have a career, you're going to be a little bit inconvenienced at time. But you know what? It's called working smart. And then you know what? One day, we are going to play hard. You like that? Because you know what? You can go on the trip to Greece. We can help you get to a free trip to Greece or a free trip to Israel. That's a dream of so many Americans at home. That is Israel is a dream for so many people to be able to go on a free trip. And then you also, Monavie, when you go Diamond, you go to Maui. They send you to Maui for free. I think we're going on our 6th free trip to Maui, but we've been on 26 free trips around the world. Okay? 26. Remember how many I had when I worked at the airlines? 0. And remember, I went above and beyond. I worked on my kids' birthdays. I worked when they were sick. I drove passengers home. I'm telling you what, you guys, this is a real deal. To make an income, to get bonuses, receive cars, and get free trips, what more do you want? And get an amazing result from product. That's big. That's big. It works. It works. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited that we got the opportunity to be here. You know what? We arranged our trip. You know what? And someone says, well, what about your kids? The kids are fine. I mean, they're 24, 21, and 19. And the 15-year-old, we're smart. We are very, very wise. We're balanced, Steve and I. And we sent our son to camp. So he comes home. He went to it's called Camp Kanakuk, if I say it wrong. It's a Christian sports camp. So he learned how, wasn't really his dream, but he thought, I said, do something different. So he was there for 2 weeks while we were traveling. He's been at camp. He has sent us notes. We've seen pictures. He's had a blast. They have parties at night. You know what? He is fine. He's in great, great care. And the exciting thing is because Steve and I got a little bit uncomfortable and inconvenienced at times. We were able to send his best buddy, who is his cousin, who's 6 months older. Their family, his parents just started a church about 3 hours from us, and they couldn't afford to send their son. But because we built Monavie, we could afford to give him the trip to go to camp with our son. So hey, I'm telling you what, the rewards and the journey is well worth it. And I really want to encourage you guys, get a game plan. Listen to what Steve says. He's going to teach you exactly what you need to do when you walk out of here. If you follow what he says and do what he says, you will win. Okay? It's just like at my career. I couldn't show up in a cute pair of skinny jeans and a cute new shirt. I had to show up in my beautiful polyester uniform to win in the airlines. Okay? So same thing here. If you follow what he says, you will win. And I'm telling you what, don't get discouraged if somebody doesn't want to, it doesn't see what you see. Like if I talk to a flight attendant, she's like, oh, that's good for you. I'm like, okay, great. It's so nice to meet you. You know what? If anything ever changes or something happens, here's my card. Don't ever hesitate to call me. I always leave an open door. And you know what? When I walk away and I go sit down, I said, thank God for flight attendants. Because you know what? I'm able to go out and bless other lives because I need her to serve me. Because she's really there for emergency purposes. So when you meet somebody and they don't want to get in, don't get discouraged. I say to myself, it's okay. It's okay. We need somebody to serve us in a restaurant if they don't see what we see. It's okay. We're going to come back. We're here. Anyways, you guys, help me give Steve a big round of applause.